Hey you! Yeah, you, watching this video right now. I severely appreciate you clicking on this video and giving me the view. How you ended up here, who knows? Maybe you just watched Pirates of the Caribbean and felt like a pirate. So you searched best pirate game on Google and wanted some information on the first result. Maybe you were bored one day looking through your Xbox Game Pass and saw Sea of Thieves and thought, hey, that looks cool, let's see what it is. Or maybe you are an experienced Sea of Thieves player just looking for any content that is not some shitty montage or a heist video, and you thought that this looked pretty cool. But no matter how you got here, you have ended up at an idiot's guide to Sea of Thieves. And I will be completely honest with you when I say that I have no idea as of recording this right now where this video is gonna go. But it's gonna go somewhere, and you're along for the ride now. So let's roll the shitty intro and get into the semi-average content. So I guess let's start with the basics. First of all, what is Sea of Thieves? It is a sea filled with thieves. One map, multiple servers, up to 5 or 6 player ships per server, not 100% sure. Player ships can carry 1 to 4 players with 3 different ship sizes depending on the crew size. And on this map, players can interact with each other or avoid each other. It is really up to the crews. So, how do you get started? Well, after deleting the last family pictures you have of your deceased relatives to clear space for this download, you obviously download the game and you play the maiden voyage. You play it. It is a tutorial. For the love of God, play the maiden voyage. It'll show you the basics. So, after skipping the maiden voyage, what you'll want to do is join the main Sea of Thieves Discord so that you can find a crew to play with. But Bandit, what about open crew? Can I play that? No! No. This is for your own health and safety. Never click on the open crew. If you accidentally join one, just Alt F4, hit your Xbox with a hammer if you have to. Just get out of that open crew before you get in. Trust me, it is not worth the mental strain. You may also think that you have a shot sailing solo. You don't. You're not a god. You're not good. You will never be talented enough to successfully sail solo. This is because there is always going to be an asshole galleon crew out there that are just good enough to barely be able to manage to stay afloat and just stupid enough to chase you even if you have nothing. And eventually Rare will sink you themselves for daring to sail solo. So until you have mastered literally everything in this game, don't even try it. Unless, of course, your goal is pain and misery. Then go for it. Now that I've crushed your dreams, we can talk about what is there to actually do in Sea of Thieves, and the answer is a lot. Most players start out with Tall Tales, cool storylines in Sea of Thieves. I would recommend starting with the Jack Sparrow Tall Tales, which might be why you downloaded Sea of Thieves, as these are actually really cool. The Shores of Gold Tall Tale line is fun the first time, boring the other 4, hashtag Gold Curse. There's also another small Tall Tale series called the Ashen Age, which is not completed yet, so I would recommend doing those last if you are planning on doing them. Once you've completed the storyline though, or if you just want to skip it and get right into the Making Gold section, there are 3 main things you can do: world events, quests, and PvP. Most of your time in Sea of Thieves will be spent doing one of these 3 things, depending on your playstyle. And talking about playstyle, we should probably talk about the different types of players you will run into. Now there's not too many, but I've compiled a tiny little list here of all the players I've run into over the years, trying to be as broad as possible. So we've got the noobs, which I have an entire video dedicated to discovering, the Reaper runners, also known as cowards, the Fuzzy Bond tier 3 subscribers, also known as professional runners, Pace 22 tier 3 subs, also known as tuck bots, Sweatstains, these are either TDMers or former NAL players, attractive female streamers who get carried. Usually they have minimal talent and enjoy talking shit, though it does vary from streamer to streamer. The Toxic Crew, this crew is either terrible at the game or really good at the game, no in between. Pro shit talkers, they're trash at the game, but their shit talking skills are phenomenal. Straight up idiots. Drug dealers who are usually also drug users, the little kid, the extremely wholesome pirate, the vicious racist, the guy whose uncle works at Rare or Microsoft, the disappointed dad, the guy who tries to flex his in real life earnings in a pirate game, the overly political guy, and just about every other type of personality you could possibly imagine probably plays this game. And given that pretty much every personality type plays this game, this last minute was a waste of time. So now let's figure out which general playstyles will enjoy which aspects of Sea of Thieves. If you enjoy the adventure that comes with being a pirate, going out looking for treasure, hunting monsters, and stuff like that, then questing might be the thing for you. Quests come in a variety of forms, from classic treasure maps to find buried treasure, raiding vaults to plunder the loot within, going out to hunt skeletons out on the seas and collect their bounty rewards, fighting ghost ships, and even taking down giant green tornadoes if you make it that far into the game. And while questing might not be for everybody, it is still pretty cool and a solid option for what to do in this game. World events are also another solid option for pirates seeking adventure in this game. World events tend to be worth more treasure than most of the quests in the game, but also attract a much larger crowd of pirates than normal quests. So if you are planning to do world events, you have to be much more ready to fight players than if you are just doing normal quests. Potential world events you could do are skeleton fleets, island boss fights, and raiding skeleton forts. But if you are like me and have a bit more of a bloodlust, like hearing people complain and stealing people's shit, then PvP is definitely the way to go. Hunting and sinking ships in Sea of Thieves creates a joy that not many other games can replicate just because of the stakes. Usually there's hours worth of loot and work on the line, which heavily ups the stakes of every fight you get in. And while around the map there are other minuscule ways to collect loot, such as shrines and fortresses. Those are the main three ways that people play this game when it comes to making money. You also may now be asking yourself, what can I do with this money? Well, it's called gold, first of all. I keep calling it money, but yeah, it's the same thing. But with this gold, what you can do is buy cosmetics. That's really about it. You can't buy upgrades to your weapons or ships. All you can do is different skins for your clothing, different skins for your ships, different skins for your equipment, different skins for your weapons. And while it does not change the functionality of the gun, the weapon, or the ship skin, some of them can provide slight advantages in combat, such as certain cannon skins being able to aim more easily than with others. However, the overall function does not change. A lot of people don't like that you can't buy upgraded stuff. Personally, I do like it because it keeps it a level playing field across the board, and you can tell how experienced and how good a player is just on their cosmetics alone. And here we are about 8 minutes into an idiot's guide to Sea of Thieves, and I haven't really summarized Sea of Thieves. I've just kind of went on specific tyrants about random aspects of Sea of Thieves. So let me give you the true idiot's guide to Sea of Thieves, summarized somewhat quick that the entire video probably could have been, but I didn't feel like it. It is a pirate game that attracts the best and worst in people. You can be the nicest person out there, you can be the most evil person out there. You really do choose your own adventure in this game, whether you want to be a adventure hunting, monster fighting, quest finishing, adventuring pirate, or you can just be an asshole, both of which have their pros and cons. If you get frustrated easy or don't like long grind games, this game is definitely not for you. But if you just need a game that you want to get drunk with your friends and play and have a lot of fun, this is definitely that game. It's a game that you start off playing because it looks funny, and then you're like, hey, there's levels to this game. I want to get better, or I want that commendation for some reason, or I want that cosmetic for some reason, and then 400 hours later, you don't know what happened. So yeah, fun pirate game, highly recommend. I do hope that you enjoyed this random ride of a video that I, again, still don't know how it all ties together, but it does. If you didn't, well, you already gave me the view, so sucks for you, I guess. Anyways, catch you all in the next one.